Hello, welcome to this video. In this video, we're going to talk about some of the most exciting features that have happened in QuickBooks in a long time. Of course, I'm talking about QuickBooks Advance. Now, if you don't know, we've done a few videos already about QuickBooks Advance, so head on over to the rest of the channel to have a look at what's happening there. But effectively, QuickBooks Advance is a brand new version of QuickBooks Online, which is looking at the higher end of business. And I promise you, we have some really exciting elements that we can look at within QuickBooks Advance. Now, QuickBooks Advance is designed to make it so that actually QuickBooks does a lot of automation for you using a feature called Workflow. And we're going to be exploring Workflow today to see exactly what it can do and how it can save you a lot of time. I absolutely love QuickBooks Advance at this point in time. Really excited for it. If you're looking to get QuickBooks Advance, use my link below, get yourself into my link tree, and then you'll see my Bookkeeping store where we're actually selling discounted versions of QuickBooks Advance at this point in time. Exciting times. Head over to my link, have a look at that and get yourself involved, because this could be a way where you can save yourself some serious amount of time and ultimately means that you can make yourself more profitable. Let's have a look and see exactly how that can be done. Hello, my name is Patrick. I'm a chartered accountant, a certified UK trainer. Oh, look, it's there. That QuickBooks chap on the internet, and also head of accounts here at Bookkeeping. That's there as well. Now, in today's video, we're going to be talking about QuickBooks Advance and look at one of my favorite new features, which is what's called Workflow. First of all, let's go straight into the product and have a look exactly where Workflow is. Okay, so right in front of me now is QuickBooks Advance, kind of giving it away there by the name Advance just there. Key part you'll see on the left hand panel is this new area called workflows. You also have access for your workflows by using company cog, top right hand corner, and from company cog you can go to tools and manage workflows just here. Either way, it's going to take you to the workflow area. Now, the idea of workflows is to make sure that you're automating bits that need to be automated, and actually it's really powerful. Here at Bookkeeping, we found ways in which we can automate stuff that used to take lots of time, so that's good and we're happy about that. But when we start looking at it from a client's point of view, we've been able to find ways where we can actually find solutions that means that they don't need to have a certain member of staff doing that work for them, meaning that we've been able to then re-energize and put that member of staff into another part of the business and adding more value. A great example is this one of our clients who was constantly having to chase for things like bad debts and keeping people to make payments. And that used to be an employee's full-time job, was keep chasing. But with QuickBooks Workflows, you can automate that process, meaning that they don't have to do half of the work they were doing before, meaning they can then start looking at other aspects of it. And what they've been able to do is repurpose that employee to actually look at stuff that's really important, like repurposing workflows, making sure that the clients and customers are being paid and have the opportunity to pay by direct debit, which eliminates bad debt altogether. Basically, they've been using that time to make sure their business is more efficient, and already they're seeing the fruits of their labours, because already they're seeing that their business is actually doing really well and has turned a corner within just a few weeks of QuickBooks Advance being implemented. So yeah, it's exciting times to see exactly how that was achieved. So in front of me now is workflows. On the right hand side, you've got the custom workflow option. So if you want to create a workflow from scratch, that's where you're going to go. You get to search for any workflows you may already have, and you get to find out more about workflows by clicking this handy little link down here. Examples they've got here is use workflows in QuickBooks Online Advance to send reminders, which one of our clients been utilizing. Now, what also is handy is this template option here, meaning that you can use any of these templates to get everything you need to be able to set up workflows and give you an example of what can be done. For example, let's use this invoice approval option just here. So as I create this one here, let's call it invoice approval. And what do you want to do in QuickBooks? Well, I want to send for approval. Once I've done that, I want to make sure when this will happen, and I want to assign the task to trainer 12 in this case, and I want approval due for invoice number, and just that's all I want the task name to be. I'm going to ask them to send a company email. From here I can then decide how I want that email to look, and I can send a push notification to trainer 12 themselves. So this is when it's going to trigger. Now you've got the opportunity to have it based on when the invoice balance is due. So it doesn't really make sense with this one. When it's in a particular location, so when you're using locations, when it's a particular customer, or when it's a particular term. So I could set it for a term that's within 60 days. So in this example, I'm going to do a term within 15 days, just so we can see how that works. Save and enable. So that's my first workflow created. We can also set up a bill for approval as well. And actually, this is where I think it becomes more useful, especially when it's bills for approval, one of the bits that you don't normally get within QuickBooks. So again, you give it a name. We can say it's send for approval. We can assign it to a task, to a person, send a company email, and let's say if it's unpaid. Other good workflow examples here is bank deposit reminder, open estimate reminder, payment due reminder, unsent invoice reminder. So that's actually going to be very powerful. If you set your invoice to unsent, then you can get that sent over. Send estimate reminder to try and get people to actually approve the estimates. And this is a huge one here, send recurring statement to customer. I'm going to create a brand new customer and see what options we have. So this is going to be test workflow. In here, you get to choose what type of it's going to be. Is it a statement, estimate, bill, or bill payment? In this one, we're going to go for a statement. Then we're going to create and send, and we're going to say the statement type is going to be open items. Let's do an invoice, and let's say that send for approval. Let's say it's Test Patrick. Let's send a company email. If you go for something like estimate as well, you get the options of what type of action you want to happen. Do you want to create a reminder in tasks? Remember, the task is the new area. Do you want to send a customer email? Do you want to send a company email? Or do you want to send a push notification? Well, you also have the option to, when you create your task, is to automatically close it, either close task manually or when his bill is paid. At any point, you can review your custom workflows by jumping in here and edit, disable, or even delete them. So let's test one of the workflows. So if I go and create an invoice, I'm just going to call it test, and this should go for approval now. So I've now sent that for approval, so under my tasks. Let's see what happens if I log in as my new person.
Yeah. I told him I can be a fighter if you want. I'll be there to catch you if you fall. I can make it brighter when it's dark, I told him I would do it all for you, and I know you do it for me too. I can be a fighter.
Okay, so I've just created a new workflow as the person. So the idea here is that if I go and create an invoice for my test customer, and this should automatically generate for me this brand new workflow. So I'm going to put £1,000 in and save. Saved and auto approved. Huh, I don't think I was the approval though, was I? Did I just make it? Because I want to... one second. So I think the problem is I've made myself an auto approval. So one of the key parts you need to remember is what their role is going to be. So I just make it an admin. So in theory, I've taken down their role. So now if I go in and create another invoice as a test, again, let's do 1,500 this time, save and close. It's not been approved. That's the key thing. All right, okay. So roles are going to play a massive part in this. So company cog, manage users. I'm not authorized to see this content because now I'm not authorized. So this could be good, right? So now if I jump into tasks, or let's just see if it does push notification to me. So let's go to my dashboard. Nothing appearing. Tasks. Nothing appearing. Invoices. Needs approval. There, look. So jump in. More actions. Edit invoice. Needs approval. Save. So me just going in and being... I don't get it. So now I've approved this. editor Aaron here. So yeah, I think I broke it. So the best thing to do when you break something is jump straight into the feedback section. And as you can see here, I'm just putting some feedback over to them now. So something we're going to keep an eye on, and we'll make sure we get you some extra elements and some feedback from this later in the day. So I'm going to head you back now to the final thoughts of this video. And there we have it. So as you can see, this is all about making sure that we set those workflows in places. And when you have multiple people in a business, as we're designed to do, it's going to pass those over. It seems to be there's a couple of elements that aren't quite working yet that needs to be looked at. That's where that give feedback button is really important. But overall, the premise of it is working really well. Now, I'm excited for what's next. I'm excited for some third parties to be involved so they can start looking at it. I'm excited for the approval solution to be a bit better implemented as well. But as we got now, it's definitely a first step into automating a lot of process. My name's been Aaron Patrick. Hopefully this video has shown you how the workflow section within QuickBooks Advance is actually one of the most powerful sections they've released. And hopefully you can see how it can automate a lot of the process that you're probably having to do manually. Now, if you need to have a go at using QuickBooks Advance, use the link tree below, go to our store, Boffix store, and from there we can give you a discounted version on QuickBooks Advance itself. Therefore, you get the opportunity to have a play around with it, and you can upgrade easily just by coming over to us. We don't have to start, there's no transferring of data or anything like that. It is literally, we just go in and enable your advanced features for you. Hopefully that's been able to help you and see what's going on. My name's been Aaron Patrick. I'm really excited to deep dive into the rest of QuickBooks Advance. So make sure you share, subscribe, like, all that sort of stuff, so that make sure that you are always going to be in the know when we go and look at Advance in a little bit more detail. Now, I'm going to go and play around with it a little bit more, and I'll do another video later and finding you some more of those features that work really well. My name's been Aaron Patrick. This video has been an absolute pleasure, and I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.